How's it going, guys? Chris Graham here, Marco here from Sporting Bet. While you're watching the Champions League matches at this precise moment, we're stuck in the office with the cleaners, researching We Love Betting bets, the Football League, 8 o'clock at night here, for Christ's sake. Anyway.
Yeah, live.
Yeah, exactly. Arsenal Napoli, it's just a distant memory. Anyway, Mark's got three Football League bets lined up for us. Mark, how's it going?
Yeah, not bad. Looking forward to Christmas.
Oh, big time. Oh, big time. Got a big bet in the X Factor being Christmas #1. Surprisingly as big as 6-4.
Not
when I
anymore.
backed it. Not anymore.
Thanks for that.
I told you.
I
told you. Anyway, 3 bets. Charlton against Derby is the first game we're looking at. Derby, of course, buoyed recently by the appointment of Steve McLaren. He's done a cracking job since his infamous spell as England coach in 2006, when Mark actually failed to qualify for the 2008 European Championships. They did, I'm telling you, they did. It was enjoyable. What's the bet?
McLaren, Derby, you've got to keep them on side, haven't you, at the moment? Absolutely superb at the moment, winning 5 on the trot. Blowing Blackpool away 5-1 live on Sky last weekend. They're the best away team in the league. They won 6 of the 9 games away from home. 6-5 Derby. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people getting involved at that price. I can see the value. I can see why they would. Personally, I'm going to go for Derby to score over 1.5 goals at 6-5. Same price for them to win. They've done so in 7 of the 10 games McLaren's taken charge of. The switch to 4-3-3 really seems to be suiting them. Defensively more resolute, but going forward, they're all the players are flying forward and sort of chipping in with goals. Chris Martin, Will Hughes, Simon Dawkins on loan from Spurs is looking very good. Jamie Ward, Craig Bryson, all shining. They've scored 10 in the last 3 games. And they go to a Charlton team who I think will struggle in the bottom 8, struggle for survival actually, and I think it showed last weekend when they went to Yeovil, blew our bet, but went 2-0 up at Yeovil and then blew it 2-2 at Huish Park. Back at the Valley, they've lost 4 of their 9 games at home, which is never encouraging if you're looking to stave off relegation. They're also missing their skipper Johnny Jackson this weekend through suspension. They are an awkward team to play against, but I think this Derby team, the way they're playing, they're very fluid, they're very exciting going forward, and I think they're full value for that price. And I think over 1.5 goals at 6-5, from Derby's perspective, is a decent price.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And Derby's players shining, like Mark says. Will Hughes' hair definitely shining, that's for sure. Ice cream head. But yeah, such a young lad as well, at a tender age, but he's got his whole life in front of him. Let's not build him up though, like everyone's done the last 5 days with what's his face, Ross Barkley.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
Was he the new Gaza and the new
Gaza.
Ronaldinho or something?
Jesus, just calm down, eh? Is it too much to ask?
You can't calm down in football these days.
one good game, and he's the new Messiah. I know he's got to feel pretty foolish in a year's time when he's playing for Middlesbrough. Anyway, Sheffield United against Swindon is your second game from League One. And Mark, unsurprisingly, you're back in Nigel Clough's Sheffield United. He's done a good job there, isn't he?
He has. He steadied the ship there. I think what David Weir did was, I don't think he'll be getting many Christmas cards from Sheffield United fans for his job, unfortunately, because he seems quite a nice guy. But they started the season at such short prices, outright as well, and match to match. Their match prices were just far too short, and Weir slowly eroded that, and now they've become a very backable price to me at 11-8 to beat Swindon this weekend. Clough's come in, he's shored up that team. Since October they've lost 3 of their 11 games in League One football. Of course that came before him, as well as during his reign, but quite impressively for me last weekend on TV they won a very tricky tie at Cambridge in the FA Cup. They won 2-0, a very professional performance. That Cambridge team with a 100% home record. Yeah. And I think 1-1 drawn 2 from the last 3 in the league isn't too inspiring, nor is the fact they've only won 3 at home matches, 3 home matches all season. But 2 of those actually came in the last 4. Their injuries, crucially, are starting to clear up for them as well. And their league form has improved. They're winning 3, drawn 3, lost 2 of the last 8. They won't storm up that table, but they will slowly move up the table. They're much better than the league position suggests.
Sure.
The price is backable against the Swindon team, who've won 2 away matches this season, losing 5 of their 9. So I think you just got to keep Sheffield United on the side here, and 11-8 for me, odds against this Swindon side that doesn't travel.
Yeah, 11-8 at home with Sporting Bet. Yeah,
Yep.
That sounds jolly good, Dan. Game 3, the final game, Morecambe against Bristol Rovers. Morecambe, it's quite a actually went for a day trip to Morecambe when I was a kid. That was really glamorous back then. That's the kind of place I was brought up in, where you looked at Morecambe and you thought glamour. Absolutely. So that was good. And I also associate glamour with Jim Bentley, Morecambe manager. He's the one that he's definitely kicked me out of a nightclub. He just looks like a bouncer, a big beefy bouncer, big man.
Nice man though.
Nice, you reckon?
Yeah.
A gentle giant.
Yes,
perhaps.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like a cuddle from him.
Oh, I'd like a Christmas card. Jim, if you're watching, 69 Barnsley Street, London, N1. Anyway, enough of the joviality.
It's getting a bit weird.
Are you with or against Big Jim?
Oh, I've got to go against him.
Oh, poor Jim.
Poor
You
Jim.
don't get the cuddle.
Poor Jim. But our main reason, because I associate Morecambe with two things: Jim Bentley, love him, and Kevin Ellison, who is just a bit of a brute of a striker. I wouldn't want to go for a pint with him, but he's out injured, fractured his eye socket, so he's not available for Morecambe, which is a big blow for him. He's their talisman up front, and I think you've just got to oppose them, because for me, Morecambe are a team who seems to always start the season off very fast and quite impressively. They won 6 of their first 11 games this season, but since then they've won 2, drawn 1, lost 5 in the league since. Lost 6 if you count their cup defeat at home to Southend, but it's their home form at the Globe Arena, which is really quite alarming. Drawn 1, lost 3 of the last 4 in all competitions. Quite even, worryingly, they only scored 3 and failed to score in 4 of the last 7 at home. Bristol Rovers are visiting 22nd in the league. Only won 3 of their 19 games. Only won 1 of their 10 away in the league as well. But I found an angle which I think is backable. I'm backing them at 23-20 in the draw no bet market. I think it's got mileage.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because they are improving.
Yeah.
1, 2, drawn 3, lost 1 of the last 6 in the league. That's included 4 clean sheets. Not bad for a team in 22nd. Throw in the FA Cup and you've got 1, 3, drawn 5, lost 1. Just 1 defeat there in 9 games. Not been outclassed at all in the league this season. They've drawn 7, which is obviously never ideal if you're trying to pick up points. But of the 8 defeats they've suffered, only 2 of them were more by 1 goal margin. I think you've got to oppose Morecambe at A, the quotes, B, the injuries, and C, the home form. So Bristol Rovers, 23-20, they can get something out of this game.
That's brave. That's brave. The 22nd of the table, and John Ward clinging on to his job. You'd have to say, it's such a big city with such 2 rubbish teams. That's incredible. Huh? Imagine being a Bristolian. Oh, you'd be ashamed.
Cider.
But I'd love to go.
Lovely bridge there as well.
Never been. You've been in Bristol?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, right.
That's what I am. I'll pencil in for 2014. Right at Bristol. I'll watch Bristol Rovers and watch them get beat again. See you later.